Weather Bell Analytics meteorologist Joe Bastardi. Not much going on for the next week. In fact, you have a big thaw coming up after this system that tries to slice through here in the mid-Atlantic states, and maybe some light salting and cindering snows. Now, there's going to be a big ice storm on the southern edge of this in the southern plains into parts of the Midwest here, and you can see where the snow is going to be going here over the next 7 days or so. We've got this big thaw on the way. I don't want people to panic. This is the January 25th, 2007, 2010, 2013, 2015, I believe, the 10 millibar. You notice this big blob of warm here. Okay, this is way up at the top of the stratosphere. When we see stratospheric warming, we know it's going to get cold in the troposphere underneath it. So you see those right there. This is the forecast. These are the Februaries that resulted after that. Now look what the forecast has. We are predicting a cold, snowy February and March, and we think it could get extreme. Okay, so if you remember what happened back in 2015, for instance, there may be similarities to that in 2014, except if you could go back further. In 2015, the cold did not control into the Midwest the way this may. So there is going to be, in my opinion, the kind of taxation on salting and cindering and snow fighting operations in February to March that will rival any of the past several years. Could be as great as 93, go back to what we had in 77, 78. And by the way, the winter so far, if we take the New York City area, is above normal snowfall through the date. It's only January 13th when I'm recording this. And normal snowfall is 8 to 12 inches across the area right now. We're at 10 to 15, and Long Island's done best because, of course, of the storm last week. So we are ahead of schedule. We get a break coming up here. When we come back out, I think we're looking at another 2 to 3 feet of snow this winter in general across the northeastern part of the United States, and that would include the New York City area. And I'm looking at this, and as a meteorologist, I'm looking at the threat of the extremes, and as someone who loves winter weather, I'm like chomping at the bit over here. So this is very important. Now we see the U.S. U.S. climate models beginning to turn around. This is what they're showing at 500 millibars for February. This is what they have. This is one run of the model for the temperatures. Another run looks like this. So the models are beginning to see what we're telling you about here. Now, here's this January thaw in 1967 as a 12-year-old weather weenie living down in Atlantic City. My dad was a meteorologist. It was unbelievable. I came home from school one day. It was 75 degrees out, west-southwest wind blowing, and January 20th through 27th. But February was the snowiest February on record in Atlantic City. It didn't quite make it in New York. New York had a blizzard on February 6th and 7th, and lesser events February 8th and 9th, I believe, and then February 17th and 18th that year. But look what February turned out like. So my point to you is that, yeah, you got a thaw that you have to go through, but behind it, you got a lot of work in front of you. That's it for now. Enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got.